Josh Willingham has been everything and more than the A's expected when they acquired him in the offseason. Last night, his power stroke led the A's to a victory and pushed him closer to setting personal bests in both home runs and RBIs. Tonight, Guillermo Moscoso will look to win a career-high third straight game. The rookie right-hander from Venezuela is coming off the best start of his career, allowing just 2 hits in 8 2/3 innings last Wednesday. The A's look to slow down the Angels' playoff hopes. Game 2 next.
Tuesday Night Baseball from the O.co Coliseum. Hero last night, Josh Willingham with a homer and 4 RBIs. The A's beat the Angels 6-3. So game 2 of the series, it'll be Jerome Williams pitching for the Angels, and they will try to even up this series at a game apiece. Angels Athletics from the Coliseum coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Guillermo Moscoso will pitch tonight. And, Ray, it's going to be hard to duplicate what he did in his last start. It'll be very hard to duplicate that. But he's been a good pitcher this year, and we're expecting big things from him, not only tonight, but moving on into next year.
Yeah, no doubt. Not surprising that he did what he did against the Royals in his last start here at the Coliseum. He had a no-hitter going late, actually a perfect game going late, but he ended up leaving the game with 129 pitches. Bob Melvin said he would not throw 130, but he was perfect. There's no doubt. Mixed his pitches very well. He's got the good sneaky fastball that we've talked about that gets up on the hitters. He was a little upset when he came out of the game, but 8 pitch at bat by Butler, and unfortunately that was the end of him, but tremendous job. Picked up his 8th win. He has done an outstanding job for the Athletics this year.
Now, the A's need a big start tonight from Jerome Williams. It's been kind of a long road back to the big leagues for Williams, but he has won his 3 starts for the Angels, so he's pitched well.
Well, you look at their starting rotation, you think of Dan Herron and Weaver and Santana. These guys are doing great jobs, and all of a sudden, Pinheiro doesn't do the job. Last night, Jerome Williams has done a tremendous job. 3 wins, 3 starts. He's not walking batters, just a couple in the starts that he has been out there. So no doubt he's getting an opportunity for Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, and Mike Socha, the manager, see what he can do down the stretch for this ball club.
And this is a big game for the A's because tomorrow afternoon you have to face 16-game winner Jared Weaver, so they'd like to beat Williams tonight. So that's your pitching matchup, Williams and Moscoso. Stick around, we'll have lineups and first pitch from the Coliseum when we come back. It's the A's and the Angels.
WIT by 95.7 The Game, the Bay Area's only FM sports station, and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Now the A's trying to make it 2 in a row over the Angels and further hurt the Angels' playoff hopes. A's winning last night 6-3. They'll try to do it again tonight in Game 2 of the series. A's and Angels Game Time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. Another nice night. Same temperature as last night, 65 degrees. So the A's have taken the field behind their starting pitcher tonight, Guillermo Moscoso. So let's check out the Angels lineup that Moscoso will face. Maiciras Turris to lead off. He'll play second base. Howie Kendrick at first base tonight. Bobby Abreu's in there as the DH. Then it's Torrey Hunter, Alberto Callaspo, Vernon Wells, Eric Aybar, Peter Borges, and Conger.
19th start for Moscoso. His first start of the season came against these Angels. He went 6 innings, 3 hits. Picked up a win as the A's scored early. He became and showed us the fly ball pitcher that he would be throughout the season, and it's exactly what he did in his last start. 19 fly ball outs, 3 ground ball outs, 4 strikeouts against the Royals. And of course, he almost went into the history books.
As Turris, the switch hitter, steps in, and Moscoso's first pitch of the ball game is a little outside, says Gary Cederstrom.
Wow, that's not good for that pitch. Looked like it's a perfect strike.
Okay, nice pitch. That one is in there for a strike. So Moscoso trying to get his 9th win of the year. And his 3rd consecutive win. Lifted toward right center. It's playable for Ryan Sweeney. He's got it. The rest of the defense for the Athletics. Matsui, Sweeney, Taylor in the outfield. Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, Allen on the infield with Suzuki. That catcher.
Howie Kendrick.
Now Moscoso ground ball out in his first batter that he faced last Thursday is Gio Gonzalez. 6 2/3 innings. Picked up his 13th win. Gio's 3 more starts and got at least match what he did last year with 15, maybe even get to 16 by winning out the season. Capable of doing it.
Howie Kendrick steps in, playing first base tonight. 290, 16 homers, 54 runs batted in. And 0-2 to Kendrick with Bobby Abreu in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, we talk about the fly ball pitcher that Moscoso is and has been throughout the season. Bobby Abreu on deck, and you know these guys, I think the fastball just gets on them. We talked about the sneaky fastball, and Moscoso seems to have one. The impressive thing that he has been doing in his starts, he'll go through the batting order one time, he'll maybe use a fastball, then he'll start incorporating other pitches second, third time through the batting order. Romanek very happy with what Moscoso has done this year, along with Brandon McCarthy. Made the club out of spring training. Of course, with a couple of his starters on the disabled list, and Anderson and Braden, guys have done well.
1-2 to Kendrick. That one almost hit Kendrick. It was an off-speed pitch. Spins him out of the way to even the count at 2-2.
Ball was past Kendrick before he turned his head back. A little bit late as the breaking ball stayed up and in.
Michael Taylor goes back, and to his left, he's got it, and that's out number 2.
Gio Gonzalez last night, 7th inning, he looked like he was going to get out of it with 7 complete, but he just had a good fastball working, plus a good breaking ball inside. He also had the hard breaking ball to the back foot. This is one of the best. That's a 3-2 curveball, folks, and he just caught Kendrick frozen at the plate. So Gio alongside Coco Crisp, who actually was out on the field today. They get a chance to get him back. 119 pitches for Gio last night. At his career high.
Here's Bobby Abreu, who was not in the lineup last night. Seven home runs and 53 runs batted in for the veteran. And this one's hit high, right center. And it's going to be Sweeney again, who's underneath. So 3 fly ball outs for Guillermo Moscoso in the top of the first. Suzuki, Allen, and Taylor.
Well, he's resurrected his career at the major league level. That is Jerome Williams. So this season, 3 starts, 3 games, or 6 games total, 3 starts, and he's 3-0. His last start very, very well against Seattle. 8 innings of 1-hit baseball, 1 run. So needless to say, he knows how to pitch, as he has been around the world, you could say, trying to get back to where he is right now on the mound for the Angels.
First pitch to Jemile Weeks is down around the knees, first strike. Weeks hitting .303 with no home runs, 28 runs batted in. He did not have a hit last night. He was 0 for 4. He did walk once. Grounds this one right at the third baseman, Callaspo, who is playing in, and that's out number 1. Angels defense tonight has Vernon Wells in left, Peter Borges in center, Torrey Hunter in right. And then Callaspo and Ibar on the left side. Is Turres and Kendrick on the right side. New catcher, that's Hank Conger.
Well, Mike Scioscia has 3 catchers, just like Ron Washington caught a different catcher in the 3-game weekend series in Arlington. So Mike Scioscia, a former catcher who caught every day. Remember about Jerome Williams, as he is a strike throwing machine, and he has continued at the minor league level this year. 73 2/3, only 15 walks, 25 2/3 innings. The big leagues, only 4 walks. So he will be around the plate. 4-pitch pitcher. He's got a cutter slider along with a fastball, curveball, and changeup. Tops out low 90s. But the movement on his fastball is what makes him so impressive.
Outside corner. There's your cutter, Ray. 35% of the time.
Fastball less than 50%. That's unheard of. But the cutter is just like the fastball, just the movement. There it is, backdoor cut fastball.
just missed inside. So 2-2 to Pennington. Couple of hits, RBI, and a run scored. Also a stolen base last night for Pennington. Lacey Williams sitting right around 88, 89. He's only 29 years old. He's been around for a long time. He got to the big leagues at a fairly young age.
12. He was young.
That pink glove is in honor of his late mother. Passed away from cancer back in 2001. Down and in, and a swing and a miss. So that's out number 2 here in the first.
Yeah, the Dodge Charger keys to the game for Willingham anchors the lineup. There's no doubt. Big Josh is swinging the bat well for the Angels. They do not want to be spoiled in Oakland. They were defeated last night while the Rangers were off. Rangers playing tonight, hosting Cleveland. So Mike Butcher and the manager, Mike Scioscia. So the Angels know what they have to do. They just have to keep winning. They know they have the showdown at the end of the season, 3 against the Rangers at home. I think Dan Herron said it best today in talking to him. He said, you look at the record of the A's against the Rangers. Of course, we know that that's not a very good record. Meanwhile, the Angels have not played well against the A's. And kind of flip-flop that. It would have been a different story on the season.
Yeah, the A's are now 9-5 against the Angels this year.
Before Saturday, had a 9-game losing streak against the Rangers.
Well, those Rangers are winning tonight 8-3 over the Cleveland Indians at home in the bottom of the 6th inning. So that is what the Angels will be looking at. Trailing Texas by 3 games in the AL West with 15 to play. 10 of last 12 here in Oakland. That includes 6-1 this year. Right here at the O.co. Close pitch missed outside. 3-1 to Matsui.
Wasn't too long ago we saw the Angels celebrate right here at the Coliseum. The division championship. They played well. Even at the time the A's won 20 consecutive. I think the Angels were about 17-3.
Now the Angels won the division in 07, 08, and 09, but last year finished 80 and 82 and in 3rd place.
As Torrey Hunter said, I need a ring. I want a ring. That's all the guys care about, getting the ring, the World Championship ring.
Matsui shoots one foul, goes right past Willingham.
Crowded bench and bullpen with the September call-ups. Good news on the Andrew Bailey front tonight. He is okay. He'll be ready to go.
Matsui got a pitch up, off speed, and he has a base hit with 2 outs.
It wasn't thrown hard. It was up in the zone, and Hideki Matsui, good hitter that he is, took advantage of the Jerome Williams mistake. Pitch was left up in the zone. Really like an off-speed pitch, and Matsui able to pull the pitch that was away from him outside. If he'd thrown the hard sinker, it might have been a rollover to ground ball. Instead, line drive to right field.
So here's Willingham. Now 25 homers and 88 runs batted in for Josh Willingham. Nice interview with Josh after last night's game when he had the home run and the 4 RBIs. .251 as well, so he's got the average up over 250. Sinker drops a little bit low.
Shows you the power last night. Joe Pinheiro in the first inning. Ball down a little bit, able to get under it, hit top of the fence, over the fence for a 3-run home run. And Piñeiro, who had a bad start in his last one in July here at the Coliseum, continued last night with the A's getting 3 in the first.
Ball's hit hard, and that's a base hit. So back-to-back 2-out hits for the A's here in the first. And Scott Sizemore has a chance to knock in a run.
See the power of Josh Willingham on a ball that kind of reached for it, but you can see the power that he has as he drove the ball through the infield. Kind of rolled over on a little bit, but top hand, and watch how quickly it just gets through the infield. Not even a dive attempt by Aybar. Knew he did not have a chance to knock the ball down or get to it. But Willingham, a very, very strong hitter.
Sizemore hitting .243 with 10 home runs and 51 runs batted in. Cutter's outside. Sizemore hitting in the 5th spot with Sweeney on deck. There it is again, and it's outside again. So Williams, a little 2-out trouble here in the first.
Joe Piñeiro talking about maybe his start last night, which was not very good. 3+ innings, 5 earned runs. But I think with the cut fastball, it's like Williams is starting it to the outside corner, wanting the right-hand hitters to chase it. Ideally, kind of start more towards the middle, get it to break out. Key is to have the hitter hit the ball towards the end of the bat instead of on the sweet part of the bat, which is a good contact zone.
That one's lofted to shallow center. Borges is in. He's got it side. Retired A's get 2 hits. They strand a pair. No score after 1. Looks like rookie starters in the lowest ERA this season in the American League, and Moscoso is 2nd. How about that? Not too shabby. Some good pitchers on there. Nova has, what, 15, 16?
The way Moscoso's pitched, you don't even think of him as a rookie. Like he's pitching like a proven veteran.
Hunter, Callaspo, and Wells for the Angels here in the 2nd inning. Torrey Hunter had a couple of hits, including a double and a walk last night, so he was on base 3 times. Angels had 3 runs and 8 hits last night, a couple of home runs. Came up short 20 homers for Torii Hunter this year. He's got one more year left on his contract as Torii Hunter. 5-year deal he signed to come to the Angels.
Big contract, and he's played hard every game, every season he's been there, and probably would like to continue to play for the Angels after the contract expires.
Diving play by Sizemore, gets up, throws a little wide, but Allen makes the play, makes the tag, and that's out number 1. Nicely done on both ends for the first out.
Well, Moscoso knows that what he did his last start, their no-hitter, plays like this, help you keep it going. And Sizemore got under the throw a little bit as he tried to throw out Hunter after making a nice diving catch, and nice play, no doubt, by Allen coming off. Little swipe tag with Torii Hunter going by. Nice play. A rare ground ball out. Moscoso in his 18 starts prior to the night, 8 games, he's had double figures in fly ball outs, including 19 in his last one, which is unheard of.
Callaspo out ahead of the changeup. Hits it right off the end of the bat. 1-1 the count. Had a ball hit last night. I'm not exactly sure who it was, but it was right off the end of a cupped bat. It just chipped right off.
Ryan Sweeney. Cupped the end of the bat to take some of the weight out of the end of the bat. But you hit the ball right on that end where it's cupped out, and it will splinter.
So how much does
right
that cupped out? Half an ounce? Ounce?
Probably not much more than that. It's just that maybe a couple of inches. It's dipped down where you're taking the wood out of the end of the bat.
So you're basically keeping the length of the bat, but you're losing a half an ounce or an ounce.
Well, and you take a little bit of the weight out, but you're not taking anything out of the sweet part of the bat. You know, that's kind of above the trademark. And as the great Hall of Famer Stan Musial said, this is where I hit the ball. Dow Maxwell said, "What if you get jammed?" He said, "I never do." That's a good hitter.
I don't know what that's like.
That's a good hitter, but no, he doesn't get jammed. And I'll never forget the story that Dow Maxwell said about Stan the Man, and that's a good hitter. And you watch hitters after they go to the plate. If they have most all bats will show a good changeup, which Moscoso mixes his pitches so well. Friday, September the 16th, that's coming up this Friday. Star Wars music, and you get to hear it right now, folks, will accompany the postgame fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints. Get an A's Star Wars t-shirt by purchasing a field level ticket online using the coupon code JEDI, J-E-D-I. Each ticket purchased will include an equal number of t-shirt vouchers for pickup at the game. $1 from every Jedi ticket sold will be donated to Stand Up to Cancer. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Star Wars. Gotta get the feeling we're at Disneyland when we play that music. Playing the Angels.
Not a bad place to be.
That's right.
2 outs for Vernon Wells. Wells with a home run late last night.
That's the sneaky fastball. Our question, some fresh question about what is the sneaky fastball. You just saw one. Just kind of sneaks up on the hitter, and Moscoso has that little hesitation in his windup, rocks a little bit, and then when he releases it, kind of a short arm right over the top, and so he's got a good one. He's always done this, just a little bit of a variation where he does the rocking, high leg kick, picks up his target, and follows through nicely to handle any ball hit back at him.
Wells reaches for it, pops it foul. "21 home runs, 56 runs batted in for Wells. Those numbers may not sound great, and they're not that great, but He started out very, very slow, and then he got injured for a while. This one bounced toward the shortstop. Nice big hop for Pennington. And Moscoso 6 up, 6 down. Bottom of the second coming up. No score.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Athletics, batting in the sixth position, center fielder, number 15, Ryan Sweeney.
So Ryan Sweeney steps in. He'll be followed by Suzuki and Allen here in the second. Good-looking family enjoying the A's game tonight.
Fans for there. A lot of good fans. That's a beauty. You get the parents bringing the kids out, grandparents, and lots of generations.
Yep.
Jack.
That's cool. About the time that first pitch is thrown, he's heading upstairs. He gone. Big bouncer toward the second baseman is Torres, and that's out number 1. True Story brought to you by McDonald's. This is June 21st of 2003. Jerome Williams' first major league victory, and it was right here at the Coliseum, and he was pitching for the Giants. 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts. Giants won that game 6-4. So that was Jerome Williams in his rookie season of 2003.
Maybe we could do a split screen of him then and now. He looks just as young now as he did then.
He looked a whole lot different.
Looks a little bit like Eduardo Perez.
Yeah. He was a high draft pick of the Giants in 1999. Sandwich pick, 39th pick. He pitched for San Francisco 03, 04, 05, and then they traded him to Chicago. Bat goes sailing, and it goes right into the A's dugout. Let's hope everybody's okay.
Well, as full as the dugouts are these days, then you really have to scatter quickly. It's a good cut fastball from Jerome Williams down and away. Suzuki just could not hang on. Sweeney going for the Gatorade. He had no clue what was going on. Flying bat.
Very close pitch, and it's 1-2. But like good night last night for Kurt Suzuki. He was 3 for 4. A couple of doubles. This ball toward Cayespo, and the throw a bit high, but Kendrick has it. So Jerome Williams, you saw his first major league win, but it has not been easy since then. Said he was traded to the Cubs, and he actually spent 06 in the minor leagues with the Athletics. And then the travels really set in.
I like this one.
Golden Baseball League, the Dodgers, back with the A's. Taiwan.
Only President Lions in Taiwan.
How about that? So he has indeed been around the world. But he was signed to a contract by the Angels in June. And he made some starts down in AAA, pitched well, and he's in the big leagues. Allen hits this one well to left field, but Wells at the track. He's got it. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down inning for Jerome Williams. We're scoreless after 2. The Oakland Raiders. Catch all the great games, including the home opener on September 25th against the Jets. Season tickets are still available, so call 1-800-RAIDERS or log on to Raiders.com to get your tickets today. Raiders off to a terrific start with their big win last night in Denver.
Who was the big guy on the field?
That's him right there, Richard Seymour. Terrific player for the Raiders, and he threw out the first pitch. He's got good seats.
You know, he can do anything he wants to do. He's big.
He is big, and he's good, too.
He was standing next to Jamal Weeks.
It was great.
That was a great shot.
Seymour's he's probably 6'4", probably 290 pounds, something like, who knows?
He's big.
He's big. So, you know what? We like Richard Seymour. He probably got home late last night, probably a little banged up. But he's at the ballpark tonight. That one line past the diving Brandon Allen. Ibar hits the bag at first. He's digging for two. The throw is a good throw, but just a shade late by Michael Taylor, and Eric Ibar has a leadoff double. So here's the first pitch.
I need to talk to the pitcher. That's who I need to talk to.
Number 25, Peter Borges. The Jamal Weeks.
Huh?
Richard, the age Jamal Weeks.
Say, little bro, come here. Thanks for picking me up there, little bro.
Oh, man.
He is big.
He's going to enjoy the ball.
He's down there at diamond level. You can get all the eat you want. They may be calling for reinforcements if he decides to get hungry.
He's going to like it down there. He's going to want to come back. We hope he does.
I don't think there's a problem with his weight clause either.
No, he's fine. He's fine. But he spent the night in the trenches last night and reading about the Raider game this morning. It sounded like one of those knockdown, drag out battles between the Raiders and the Broncos. 0-1 to Borges. Drops there.
Well, anytime you see a hitter, especially with the speed of Peter Borges, attempting to sacrifice for the runner at second base, he's simply saying that doesn't feel he's able to hit the ball to the right side. But I think he can do pretty much anything he wants to with his bat. But he gets the ball on the ground, you have to concentrate on one guy, and that's the hitter. In this case, Borges, because of his speed, you cannot think about anybody else, especially if he hits the ball and gets the ball on the ground. Got off last night, but he's hit 11 home runs.
Well, Borges second in the major leagues with 15 bunt hits. He's also got 33 infield hits total. Outfield, maybe a couple steps in. Hank Conger, a switch hitter, is in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Borges, and you could kind of tell by that swing he was trying to hit the ball to the right side.
Sometimes you don't necessarily want to throw a breaking pitch for the guy trying to hit the ball to the right side. He might just lay back and guide the ball in that direction. It could also roll over on it. But with his speed, that might not hurt him hit it the left side.
Take there as it drops down and away. 3-2. Gary Cedarstrom, the home plate umpire. He's also the crew chief. Swing to the right side, but foul. So Moscoso had retired the first 6 in the ball game, but then Ibar led off this inning with the double. Allen could have a play near the seats, and he's got it. Ibar tagging. He's going to try for third. The throw is just a bit late, and it gets past everybody, and the Angels are going to take the lead. Moscoso did his best to get back there and back it up, but he just could not get there in time. So it's going to be an error on the throw from Allen, and it allows Ibar to score.
Well, you knew when the ball was in foul territory, and all the foul territory hit the Coliseum, Ibar was going to tag. And Brandon Allen knew it as he tried to set himself up to spin right there and then throw quickly. It looked like a strong throw just to the right. And I think Scott Sizemore, he tried to reach to his right and bring the ball back quickly when there was going to be no chance to get Ibar. And you're right, there was Moscoso backing up in line, but the ball trickled away from him. And Moscoso hurriedly getting there and then just could not get to it quickly enough.
Well, and you know what, he's doing what he's supposed to do, back up the play, but still, if a ball tips off the glove somewhere, it's hard to know exactly the spot to be in. So the Angels grab the 1-0 lead, and Hank Conger hits. .207 with 5 home runs for Conger. Rangers now leading 10-3 in the 8th inning over the Indians. Scores are starting to come in from both leagues, so we'll get you updated on those and how that affects the pennant race. One and two to Conger with his Torres in the on-deck circle. Conger generally does not get cheated with this one. He lets it go.
And he usually wants to pull the ball, which Moscoso is staying away from it.
That off-speed pitch misses badly, and the count is even at 2-2. The Yankees and the Mariners are underway, and it's a 2-0 Yankee lead in the bottom of the 2nd inning. A.J. Burnett on the mound for the Yankees. Conger swings and misses. That's the 2nd strikeout. Here's our Ford Wright choice. May 24th of this year, Guillermo Moscoso, his first major league win, and it was down in Anaheim, and it was against these Angels. 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and no earned runs. So he got the handshakes, and he got his first major league win. Again, that was May 24th of this year down in Anaheim. So you get your first big league win and your first big league start. Good way to do it.
And give up just 3 hits in 6 innings. And early run support, and at that point utilizes good fastball. 13 fly ball outs of his 18 outs he recorded.
And he followed that up by winning his 2nd start as well at home against the Baltimore Orioles. So 3-0 to the leadoff man is Torres. Fly ball to center field to start the ball game. Down around the knees. Good pitch there. Slice to left, and that's going to get down for a hit. So Ibar lines a single to left. Or is Torres, excuse me.
No reason to try to pull an outside pitch, and leadoff hitter, you're just trying to get on base, even though 2 outs. I was a little bit upset, especially with the pitch left up in the zone. Fell behind 3-0, and then Stewart just kind of dragged the bat through the zone, and a nice hit. Good job by Matsui cutting the ball off to keep him from getting into scoring position.
So here's Kendrick. Torres has 8 steals on the year. Kendrick hit a fly ball to right field. That was in the 1st inning. This one popped up right side, and it'll reach the seats. An Angels fan came out of there with that one. A few Angels fans in the house.
Had one right below us last night. Cheering for Figueroa and Trumbo.
He was. Haven't heard him yet tonight.
No, he probably got seats behind the dugout. Moved down.
0-1 to Kendrick. So this would be pitch number 50 for Moscoso. And it's been this inning that has kind of got him a little bit anyways.
That's 129 mentioned on his last start, but 106 prior to that. 235 pitches in his last 2 starts.
This one's drilled to center. Sweeney's going back, still going back at the wall, and it is gone. Center field, a home run for Howie Kendrick, his 17th of the year, and the Angels lead 3-0. As we like to say, it had the right sound.
Kendrick, his power to center field, right center, and he shows the power here. Brought the hands in. Moscoso kind of threw his hands up a little bit as he heard the sound, the ball off the bat. Ryan Sweeney just ran out of room. Long run, and one of those, if he's fast enough to get back to the wall and jump up, might have had a chance, but not to have to run as hard as he did to the center field wall.
So here's Bobby Abreu.
He just kept running and running, and really didn't make it over that far. But unless an outfielder has a chance to get back to the wall and drop straight up, it's unlikely he's going to make the catch.
2 now to Bobby Abreu. Angels hit a couple of home runs last night. They got one tonight. Matsui, a long run, headed into foul territory, and he makes the catch. Nice running play by Hideki Matsui. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Angels. They lead 3-0, headed to the bottom of the 3rd.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Aquafina.
Hill is scheduled to throw out the first pitch. For tickets and to learn how you can get a free pass to see the upcoming feature film, go to oaklandathletics.com/Moneyball.
So the A's trailing 3-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Suzuki fans in the house tonight. The Kurt Suzuki jersey giveaway.
Jerome Williams now pitching with a lead as he faces Michael Taylor. Taylor 3 for 14 so far in the big leagues. So 3-0. Well, it's not out of the question that these two guys may have faced each other. AAA. Salt Lake City, right? Is that where the Angels AAA team is? And it is a 4-pitch walk to Michael Taylor. So that's just about the last thing Mike Scioscia would want to see.
But Jerome Williams started this season with the Lancaster Barnstormers of the Atlantic League.
Now batting, second baseman, 19.
Give him credit.
Independent, that's right. Stick around and get a chance. You just never know. If you're a pitcher and you can pitch, whether lefty, righty, or you've got something left in your arm, you got a chance to get a job.
So he starts there. He then gets signed. He makes 10 starts for Salt Lake City. Pitches well, goes 7-2, and gets to the big leagues. And as we said, still just 29 years old. Threw that one away. Tried to sidearm it to first, and it's going to allow Taylor to second base. So that'll be an error on the pitcher.
And that's on his own. The throwovers will come from the bench. Mike Scioscia, the manager, will make those calls. But this one was on his own as he just made the quick throw. And you're right, the sidearm almost hit Ty Waller. Ty went down fast. Now I think they're going to check on it. Maybe Mike Butcher's going to check on. Maybe he did something when he tried to make the quick throw. Or he's just going to remind him. 4-pitch walk and then an error. Put yourself in a little trouble unnecessarily.
Ty Waller did, you're right, a heck of a job getting out of the way. He's talking to Lance Barksdale, first base umpire.
I think when the pitching coach goes out, the pitcher's got his head down. The pitching coach says, "Look at me, I'm talking to you."
It's like you'd say to your kid, right? Look at me, I'm talking to you.
Jerome Williams just head down, and Mike Butcher just talking, giving him all that great advice. You listen to me?
Weeks fouls it back. 0-2. Raider fan, Ace fan? Outfield very shallow for Weeks. He drives this one. Center field. Borges racing back. It's over his head. They were playing too shallow. Taylor around third. He's going to come in to score, and the A's are on the board. Weeks doubles over Borges' head in center field.
And he did it with 2 strikes. And Jamal Weeks, you could say that maybe that's his best ball. He's got power, straightaway center field. When you get the outfielders playing shallow, you hit a hanging curveball. Got a chance to hit it over even one of the fastest guys in the league's head. And Borges just couldn't outrun the baseball. Taylor went back to tag, thinking the ball was going to be caught. Fortunately, when it was not caught, it was over the head of Borges into the wall. Taylor showing off his speed. Here's a time to go back and tag. Another time to make sure you are going to score the run.
Knocked down by Izturis. It's going to be an infield hit for Pennington. Well, by knocking it down, it saved a run, but the A's have first and third and nobody out.
Well, it's a good play. Pennington was just trying to do his job, which he did, and that's to move Jamal Weeks to third. Is actually no outs because of the deflection by Izturis. It's amazing what a 4-pitch walk the ninth place hitter will do to start an inning.
True. So here's Hideki Matsui. Matsui's 1 year with the Angels, 2010. Hit .274 with 21 home runs and 84 runs batted in. He did that in 145 games. This is game number 128 for him this year.
Matsui playing against his team from last year, and of course Brian Fuentes coming in last night doing a tremendous job with the tying run at the plate. Peter Borges and got him out and retired the 4 batters he faced. It's a big out though. Fuentes has been getting righties, lefties out pretty consistently in the last couple of months.
Well, now it's 3-0.
Got a green light. Huh?
Sure.
That man's gotten a green light.
Not close. Bases are loaded. Nobody out for Willingham. All right, we've been trying hard to get Willingham his 100 RBIs. He's got a chance to add on. He's got 88 RBIs.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Not sure you could be in a better spot.
No.
Josh Willingham.
And for Jerome Williams, he had a couple of hits against him in the first inning. Didn't amount to anything. He'd actually retired 4 in a row before a 4-pitch walk to Taylor, and now finds him in trouble with 4-pitch walk, hanging curveball, Pennington infield hit, 4-pitch walk to Matsui, and the best right-handed hitter in the A's has played.
It's pitched down around the knees for a strike to Willingham. This year with the bases loaded, 5 for 14. He's got 5 career grand slams. Not a swing, says Lance Barksdale. Weeks at third, Pennington at second, Matsui at first, a run in.
Cut fastball down out of the strike zone, and Josh Willingham able to hold up his swing.
Off the foot, so it'll be a foul ball.
Well, you can hear the thuds all the way up here. That's because it fortunately hit off the shin guard that protects the inside of the left foot, up above the ankle. Still bounced around, so even with the protection, he could feel it. It's that hammer effect. You know?
Yeah.
Not bullying hammer, it's just the hammer that you beat on the shin guard that hurts.
The hammer that falls on your foot.
Yeah. One of the best signs we've seen this year was the Willinghammers, right?
Yeah, we like those guys, yeah.
Showed the ham, big old ham ball. Willinghammers.
Gio Joe's last night.
That's right. Gio Joe got his 13th win. That's pretty good when you get changed from the Kuzminats to the G.I. Joes. Gio Joe.
Missed again. 3-2. No place to put Willingham. He likes it that way.
Well, if the cut fastball is Jerome Williams' best pitch, you'd figure at 3-2 he's going to see it again. The bat started with a strike and then several cut fastballs out of the strike zone.
The pitch is squibbed and had a little action on it. Started to move back toward fair territory. Williams has hit the 50-pitch mark in the game.
Must be something about the third inning, because Moscoso had a 6 up, 6 down the first 2 and then struggled in the third. It's not a look of a comforting manager there. It's a look of he knows what the Rangers are doing and what his club is trying to do, but after taking a 3-0 lead, now 3-1 with the bases loaded, nobody out.
Another 3-2 to Willingham, and it just missed inside. Run comes in to score. It's 3-2.
Mike Scioscia, Mike Butcher reacting to the reaction of his pitcher. Where was the pitch? And I think Gary Cederson is calling it down and in. It's just a question where Conger caught it. Did it hit the plate first? And height-wise, it's there. We'll take a look maybe at our Tommy Cam, see where it was not on the plate.
So Willingham gets the RBI, his 89th of the year.
Here's what we see. Did it catch the corner? Off the plate. Too much sinking action on it. Ended up off the plate 3 or 4 inches.
That's the right-hander Rich Thompson starting.
Thought Mr. Tateyama of the Texas Rangers giving this one up to Scott Sizemore. Grand slam, pinch hit. First for the A's since 2004. Yubio Durazo. Looked like an upshoot. That shot out.
This one rolled foul. 1-1 the count. So walk, double, single, walk, walk is how this inning has gone for the Athletics, and they have scored twice.
Two-run home run from that man made it 3-0. Howard Kendrick, but that's 3-2.
Just missed low.
Now that was on the plate for a strike, but it must have been high enough. Must have been a little bit too low.
That same pitch that Willingham took. It's had a little run to it into the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, sharp breaking two-seamer down and in, and you see guys with a good two-seamer like to throw it inside to the right-handers, try to get a swing and miss, swinging over, or a ground ball.
Ramirez has now joined Thompson out in the Angels bullpen. 2-2 pitch, one away, full count. Mike Scioscia's not going to mess around with this. Not when he knows that the Texas Rangers are about to win their game. Angels just can't afford to fall any further back in the standings. 3-2 pitch to Sizemore. Swing and a miss. So Sizemore looked like he probably chased ball 4. And Williams gets a big strikeout.
I know it's a cut fastball. He threw it hard. Had the sharp break right at the end. Watch right there is when it takes off. It's up out of the strike zone, but it looked like a strike. Too close to take 3 and 2. And Scott Sizemore swinging over the top of the pitch. And that's the beauty of the cutter.
That Texas game has 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Sweeney pop up straight back. Sweeney grounded out to second in his first at bat. So with Coco Crisp out of the lineup again, Sweeney's getting a chance to play a little bit, likely. Lays off that pitch. Sweeney with 25 RBIs on the year and a great chance for more. Hits it hard right at the second baseman. Izturis to Ibar to Kendrick. And Jerome Williams gives up a couple, but somehow gets out of it. 3-2 Angels. Home runs after the All-Star break with 24.
After you said before the All-Star break, you could say Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
But
what was it, 37?
It looked like he was going to hit 100.
Slowed down a little bit. Willingham has 14 since the All-Star break, so A's record for most home runs after the break, 24. Who did it? They got plenty of candidates. Well, the good news is the A's certainly got back in the game with the 2 runs, but as we said in the break, Ray, felt like they should have scored about 5, and they scored just the 2.
Well, Jerome Williams actually did it the right way. He got the strikeout, then the double play. So no contact by Sizemore, then too much contact. It's Mike Scioscia out on the warning track. Nice job. Otherwise, you're out of the game. So,
yeah, you know what? He may have been one batter away from being out.
Credit to him. He made the pitches, especially the cut fastball, which is probably his best. Showed it. Got the job.
He walked 3, gave up 2 hits, and that was a good opportunity for the Athletics. They got 2, but it felt like they should have had more.
But also, if Mike Scioscia talked to his catcher Hank Conger to ask about some of the location of the pitches that he was seeing, and sometimes a manager will have a sign with the catcher. They can see the height, but they can't see the width. And they'll kind of have a sign. They don't want to argue about something that's not worthy of arguing about. You don't want to argue too much and know the pitch is off the plate. So you kind of ask the catcher to give you a sign.
Well, our looks, I mean, showed it didn't look like Cedarstrom really missed any. The pitch to Willingham with the bases loaded looked like it was a little inside.
Well, actually, the sinking fastball had too much movement, and it worked against the right-hander. But Williams got out of it.
Suzuki coming back, and not quite enough room. Almost dropped right into that plate of food, and that would have been a shame.
What? There's your pizza. Oh,
I want that. I
man,
want that.
now that's diving.
I want that. I want that.
It's Mr. Seymour. Yeah, I'll take the whole tray.
That's for Richard Seymour right there.
Suzuki back. Looked like it's off his mitt, didn't it? But it was actually the screen from the behind. Behind, they got it. That's some good ease there. Wow.
That lady know how to get up here? Tacos, pizza.
We try it again. I think if I saw a pizza box, you were happy.
Chicken wings. And then there's a salad.
Richard Seymour.
His wings look pretty good too. You a wings guy, right?
Is it food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot, mild, super spicy.
Mild.
Yeah,
I don't like
spicy either. Two and two to Torrey Hunter, who was robbed of a hit by Sizemore last night. Close, just missed. Ripped center field. Sweeney back quickly, makes the catch. So Hunter, pretty good battle, ends up lining out to Sweeney.
9-pitch at bat, and he got the fastball to hit, but
Alberto
no out of ball.
Castro.
Torrey Hunter never gets cheated. Scott Sizemore robbed him of a base hit with a diving catch. Here's Vida.
Yeah, I like that uniform.
The old number 35. Just put true right above the blue.
Vida, could you change your name? To what? True. Been great to be in the room when Charlie Finley asked Vida that. What?
It's been great to be in the room when Vida was negotiating and decided he's going to be a plumbing sales executive.
They went to battle a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
1-1 to Callaspo, who struck out swinging in the second inning. Well, in that third inning, when Moscoso struggled, he threw 26 pitches. That put a hurting on his pitch count. This is number 67 in the game. And it's shot past Sizemore down the third base line. Matsui, playing shallow, gets to it quickly and gets it in quickly. Nice job by Matsui to hold Callaspo to a single. Fourth hit for the Angels. Authentic fans know where to find the best deal in Bay Area baseball. Comcast Sportsnet California's Authentic Fan Fridays right here at the Coliseum. $12 get you a ticket in our value deck behind home plate, an authentic A's fan t-shirt, a cheer card, and a $6 food and drink voucher. The next and final Authentic Fan Friday is this Friday against the Detroit Tigers.
And you can sit up there and watch the most beautiful fireworks, because that's also on the 16th, the Friday.
That's right.
Be up there and get the fireworks in center field. Or you can run down on the field, take your blanket, and enjoy the fireworks from the outfield grass.
May not be a bad spot to sit up and watch the fireworks, although going down on the field is certainly fun. Brandon Allen toward the seats, and it's just into the seats. Nothing like a foul ball to make everybody happy. Wells grounded out to Pennington in the second inning. off the end of the bat. Wells not happy as he flips his bat, and that's out number 2. So here's Eric Ibar, who started the 3rd inning with a double, and he ended up scoring on an error.
Dan Dobbins, he is in the walkway. And you see our center field camera as it pans back, and there's a left-handed hitter. The umpire sets up here so Dan cannot shoot. At least I've not seen him with lefty, but with the right-handed batter, with the umpire set up over the other side, you'll see Dan Dobbins back. He charts every pitch thrown by an ace pitcher, especially to the right-handers. And as we know, the work Adam Roden does inside with the video. So everything is covered. You know, talking to Dan sometimes after a game, and talk especially about Gio Gonzalez because he's throwing his changeup more, and he'll come in and say the number of changeups that he actually threw because he will chart the pitches.
He's a nice man.
Very nice man. Very talented in so many ways, in addition to charting the pitches. But seems like whatever you need done, they take care of it. Yep. There he is again.
See, he slid over.
Yeah, he moved over.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he moves back and forth depending on a right-handed hitter or a left-handed hitter.
Glad the camera guys found it, because I know what the right-handed hitter is directly behind in the walkway, but there is another walkway where he gets a better angle with the left-handed hitters. You guys are good, aren't they? The cameras, boy, this is terrific. Tommy and Clarence, Josh is somewhere.
Outside, 2-1.
I think in the case of Guillermo Moscoso tonight, we see the velocity on his scoreboard, and it's, of course, coming off the 129 pitches. But there's always that thought to get an extra day and factor that in. But Bob Melvin was adamant in the start that he made against Kansas City he would not throw 130 pitches, and he took him out at 129.
So he stayed true to his word, huh?
Well, and unfortunately, Butler had an 8-pitch at bat before an error was made. Otherwise, he would have gotten the shutout. De Los Santos came in, 1 pitch, got the final out. Bob Melvin knew exactly the pitch count, and he was just hoping it was not going to be a big inning pitch count wise for the Royals. It was the case. They fouled off several.
But it's foul. Alan dove for it. So 3-2, 2 outs. So Callaspo will take off on the pitch.
Well, because of the great play by Matsui, Callaspo still is at first base, because the ball he shot past Sizemore, Matsui, as you mentioned, playing shallow, but got to the ball very quickly. Otherwise, Callaspo would have been standing at second. Instead, he's at first. Allen will play behind him.
Runner goes, and the pitch is down and in. Ibar with the walk. So the inning continues, and Peter Borges will hit. First walk issued by Guillermo Moscoso. There's those seats again. So they hand a candy bag around, and you just take whatever you want.
Like the airplane.
I was going to say, it's kind of like our charter flight.
But that's kind of nice for the diamond level, isn't it? Those are good seats. You come in, you want to gain weight, just buy diamond level seats. Just pass it around.
Now batting, number 25, Peter Borges.
So they just pass it down.
And then when it's empty, they fill it back up and keep passing. So people have their goodie bags, just like trick or treat, Halloween.
Pitch to Borges is a strike. So 0-1. Borges popped out to Brandon Allen in the third in foul territory, but that was the play where the bad throw was made, and Ibar ended up scoring. Checks his way.
Well, that probably could have gone either way, but I don't believe those are strikes anyway. Come on, I mean, the guy knows he's trying to hold up, and on the top part of the bat has to go through the hitting zone. It's going to be called a strike, but really it's not really a big attempt to try to make contact.
Just off the plate, 2-1. So Moscoso, 2-out jam here in the top of the fourth inning. This will be pitch number 79. And we're going to get some action in the A's bullpen. Jerry Blevins just now gets up. Didn't miss by much. Now Borges in a hitter's count. Callaspo at second, Ibar at first. Fastball, and Borges fouled it straight back. So the runners will take off on the pitch.
Now, if you really want to fool him, throw a hard slider and try to get him to chase. Otherwise, you go up the ladder with a fastball. A couple of different options, but the way both runners are going to be on the move.
Go, and the pitch is popped up behind first. Weeks, Allen, and then Taylor out of nowhere makes the catch in fair territory. Side retired. Couple of runners stranded. Angels with a 3-2 lead going to the bottom of the fourth. Sportsnet California is brought to you by Roaring Camp Railroads. Whether it's a steam train through the Redwood Forest or the beach train to Santa Cruz, Roaring Camp is the ride of a lifetime. RoaringCamp.com. 3-2 Angels lead, bottom of the fourth inning. So it'll be Suzuki, Allen, and Taylor for the Athletics. A's with a 2 spot in the third to get themselves back in the game. Jerome Williams did his best Houdini act after allowing 2 runs. The A's had the bases loaded and nobody out, but he struck out Sizemore and got Sweeney to hit into the double play, and that kept it a 3-2 game. So the A's would like to get right back after it, put more pressure on Williams. He walked 3 in that third inning.
Well, a lot of pitches in the first, only 8 pitches in the second inning. He had a 1-2-3. A couple of ground ball outs and a fly ball out.
A lefty with shin guards on down there. You see that? Don't see that very often.
Everybody wants to be a catcher, even lefties. Mike Squires. He was the last. Spanky.
1-2 pitch. Pretty good location. Swing and a miss by Suzuki. All right, here's our AT&T trivia answer. What player holds the Oakland A's record for most home runs after the All-Star break with 24? It was Big Mac, Mark McGwire. 24 in the second half. He did that in 1996. So Big Mac. And he was traded to the Cardinals a year later.
Yep. Trading deadline.
Oh, 0-1 to Brandon Allen. 0-2 to Brandon Allen. Trying to get Brandon Allen a base hit. He is in an 0 for 22 skid right now.
Well, the good thing for Brandon Allen is getting a chance to play every day and trying to fight his way through it. This time he hit a ball very hard down the right field line, just foul against the right field wall. And those you kind of look at and say, man, that'd been nice if it'd been fair. Get a hit out of it, maybe a double.
This one dribbled up the first base line, and it'll roll foul.
I think for a hitter, and again, Allen has shown he can hit the ball in the opposite field very effectively, and you're able to do that, and then all of a sudden you try to take an outside pitch and pull it, which you just did. Those are the ones you kind of go back to the drawing board and said, what did I do before that all of a sudden I'm changing? And it's basically trying to go get the ball instead of let the ball come to you. These guys are so strong. Trust the hands, trust the strength, and when it gets to you, Joe Perry, the hitting coach, trying to guide him along through the big league level.
This one hit down the left field line. And hit pretty well into the seats. Looks like it probably had home run distance, but it stayed well to the left of the foul pole.
He's got the power to go that way, and once he gets locked in and uses the whole field consistently, you'll see a lot of home runs go in that direction.
And this time he got a hanger, and he rips it down the right field line. It's going to roll into the corner. Picked up by Hunter, and Allen has a double. So he needed that. And he got a hanger, and he ripped it into the corner.
And especially after hitting one almost out to left field and then stayed back, and you get a hanging breaking pitch, you do not want to be so far out in front that you end up hitting on top of the ball, but that's the right shift, and the pitch stayed up and hammered it nicely down in the corner. He thought about going for 3 and looked and picked up his third base coach Mike Gallego quickly. Roy Hunter got to it, but he's thinking, picked up Gallego and then shut it down.
So here's Michael Taylor. Base hit could tie the game. This one's chopped towards short. Went for the barehanded I-bar, and he dropped it, and everybody's safe. It goes as a base hit for Michael Taylor.
But I think these guys realize that even though Michael Taylor is big, he can run. And he was showing his speed with the ball chopped in front of the plate. I-bar set himself up, and probably thought the only thing he could do was try to barehand the ball. Michael Taylor can get down the line.
He may have had time to glove it.
Yeah, I think so.
Just by that replay, which kind of showed you where Taylor was on the bases. But it goes as a hit. First and third for Weeks. Way outside. Weeks with a ground out in the first. RBI double in the third, and he would later score a run in that third inning. The double for Weeks was his 23rd of the year. Two and 0.
And Conger doing tonight what Kurt Suzuki did last night. Remember a couple of times that Angels had second and third, one out, bases loaded, nobody out. Kurt blocked 5 in the dirt with a runner at third base, and Conger tonight's gotten 3. Keep the ball from going past him with a runner at third.
To a pitch, hit towards second, and there's one, and there's two, and Williams has done it again. So he's got the Houdini going, and he gets out of it. 3-2, Angels lead after 4. Bracket style tourney. Go to csncalifornia.com. It's A's Madness. So we talked about that before.
He improvised very well.
We're ranking the top 64 and into the second round, and it's the bracket style, just like the NCAA tournament. And my partner unfortunately lost out to Dave Stewart.
I never liked those bracket things, you know. Didn't see in the clubhouse during the March Madness in Arizona.
It sort of takes over spring training.
Yeah. Catfish is in it. Figured he's going to be at the top. top 64. There's been some
Catfish is. I got a good feeling.
There's been some great players in the organization.
So 1-2 to Hank Conger. Conger, right field. Taylor's back. Conger just got underneath it, and that's out number 1.
Well, you hit a ball like you feel good and it sounds good, and you're going, wait a minute, it's nighttime in Oakland. It doesn't travel very well.
Yeah, I thought he hit that a little bit better.
Day game tomorrow. As we say, it's supposed to be a nice, beautiful day tomorrow, so get a chance to come out and watch the A's play the final game of the series against the Angels, or see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. High definition. That grass never looked so beautiful.
First pitch to Mycerius Torres is a strike.
You know, after a week from Thursday, Clay Wood will be changing over the field for the last time until football is over. And I know for all the folks who work, it's not just Clay Wood. He's a hit groundskeeper for the A's. There's a lot of people that put in the work to change over the field from football to baseball, baseball to football.
As Torres singled and scored in the 3rd. He scored on that Kendrick home run. Howie Kendrick went to center field with his 17th. Kendrick in the on-deck circle. This one's lined left center, and that's going to get down, and Matsui can't cut it off. It goes to the wall. As Torres is going to have a double. So he's 2 for 3. Doing his job out of the leadoff spot.
Now Moscoso decided to drop down a little bit and sidearm. Got decent movement on a fastball away from it, but Torres, as he is a pretty good opposite field hitter anyway, the ball just stayed outside. He went with it perfectly. No chance for Matsui to cut the ball off. Fortunately, it was just a double. That's the speed of his Torres. Thought he might be thinking about 3.
So here's Kendrick. Kendrick's home run set his 17th of the year. In 2010, he hit 10 home runs, and in 2009, he hit 10 home runs. So he's well past that.
Started this season, month of April, did a very good job with the long ball. He's got it carried throughout the season.
That's right. He had 6 in April.
So when he had 6, it looked like he might be hitting 30 or 40. But just a good hitter with actually a very high batting average. So he's added the power, and again, those, not that he gets out and try to pull everything. Everything is more center field, opposite field for him.
This one slowly hit, and it's a fair ball, and the throw is in time. What a play by Sizemore to get Kendrick. Wow.
Well, there's a time to use the turf, and he did it. And Sizemore had to reach down as the ball took a hop to his right, reached down, and then across his body right into the turf. Nice long hop for Brandon Allen. And so Moscoso is going to be departing the game with Abreu coming up, and this had to be pitch count right here more than anything. It's at 92, coming off the 129. That had to be the biggest factor.
And when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 92 pitches, and he leaves trailing 3-2. 4 2/3 innings. So Blevins to face Abreu.
A lot of pitches for 4 2/3 innings, and that's for him to take him out. I think we'd like to have seen him get through 5, Bob Melvin, but I'm sure you combine the pitches the last 3 starts. I'm sure that factored into tonight his early departure.
So Blevins, simple job, get Abreu. Pretty good ERA for the left-hander. Abreu is 0 for 2. A couple of fly balls, 1 to center, 1 to left. The 1 to left was in foul territory.
Dangerous hitter with a runner in scoring position. Abreu can create magic with the bat. Very patient, not afraid to get to 2 strikes, which he is right now. Uses the whole field.
Lays off that slider, 1-2 the count.
Says it all right there. Over 300 hitter with runners in scoring position. The outfield playing him straight away, a little bit shallow in left field, the infield straight up. So that says a lot about his ability to use the whole field. That's what Jerry Blevins and Kurt Suzuki are trying to avoid.
Shoots that one toward Pennington. Throws in time, so Pennington takes care of it, and Blevins does his job. Runner stranded, bottom of the 5th coming up. Still 3-2 Angels.
Or Plaza Reserve ticket for just $2. Take advantage on this offer for the rest of the summer as the A's match up against the Angels tomorrow and the Rangers a week from tomorrow. Get tickets for all BART $2 Wednesdays at the Coliseum box office by phone. And for more information or to order online, you can go to oaklandathletics.com. 2 more BART $2 Wednesdays. And that will be tomorrow and Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Pennington, Matsui, and Willingham for the Athletics. Single and a strikeout for Pennington.
Okay, if we had that percentage of runners scored from third with less than 2 outs at 57% tonight, the A's have left them on 3 times, actually, all 3 different times. Strikeout, double play, then a double play again. You know, one of the best, we go back to 2006, Big Hurt, Frank Thomas was here. boy, he could mash with a runner at third in less than 2 outs, because he could use the whole field. Pitch him inside, he'd fight the ball off to center field. It's a very powerful hitter. I think a lot of guys learned from him just how to do it.
Remember that season? We watched it each and every game, and we kept watching teams pitch Frank Thomas out over the plate.
Yep.
And he just kept whacking them all over the place. He didn't like that ball inside very much.
No. Don't make a mistake in there.
That's exactly right. He'd fight it off. And then somebody would throw one out over the plate, and there you'd go. It was fun to watch.
What a big season, boy. Just between he, Swisher, and Bradley, just to name 3 that went deep a lot. Like Chavez, Monty Chavez.
So Pennington with the leadoff walk. I think the Williams keeps working his way out of jams, but I think the patience level of Mike Scioscia and his coaches goes down a little bit every inning, and the leadoff walk certainly not going to help. That's 4 walks now for Jerome Williams.
And Houdini can only appear ever so often. I mean, it's not like he's going to be there for you every inning. You're in trouble.
That's right. There's only so many Houdinis in a game. I would say you're lucky if you get 1.
Exactly.
He's got 2.
Ball time.
Matsui, a single and a walk, which is outside.
And the Angels and Jerome Williams have a 3-2 lead, and this is the 5th inning. You need to pitch 5 to qualify for the win. I don't think it matters.
Not at this point.
So Bob Melvin take out Moscoso, top of the inning, pitch count, tough lefty at the plate. I don't think Scioscia would hesitate, do the same thing with Jerome Williams in this inning. Especially if he keeps throwing pitches out at the strikes. He's been there before. He's got a championship ring from 2002. I think he'd like to start this next decade, or the early part of it, 10 years later, actually. 50th anniversary of the Angels in Anaheim. 10-year anniversary of the World Championship. Next year.
That one's a strike. 2-1. The Angels have been regulars. 5 division titles in the last 7 years. Postseason 9 times in their history. 79, 82, 86, and then 02, 04, 05, 07, 08, and 09. So they've had a good run. Good pitch there, and it's 2-2 to Matsui.
The only disappointing thing about the Angels and Anaheim in a period of time was that the Cowboy Gene Autry didn't get a World Series.
Nope.
86, boy, it looked like they were on their way. Dave Henderson kind of spoiled it for them in Game 5 of the League Championship Series against the Red Sox.
And if I remember correctly, in 82, didn't they win the first 2 games against the Brewers, and then the Brewers came back and I think won games 3, 4, 5, 5-game series, then the championship series. That's how it went. 1982.
He's We'll be in Anaheim a week from Friday for a 3-game weekend series, and once again we'll see someone from the organization throughout the years, many years, throughout a first pitch. We'll see former A's Tony Phillips. We were down the last time.
That's right, he was in the booth.
Yep.
Pennington runs, pitches outside, back-to-back walks. Nobody coming out yet, but they're thinking about it.
Mentioned at the beginning of the game about how Williams throws strikes, but not tonight. That ball's actually moving too much on it. You got a couple of righties and Willingham and Sizemore, and then the lefty Sweeney, and the lefty is warming up the bullpen.
This one chopped, and it is a foul ball. Luckily for the A's, it was a foul ball. And you never know, Ray, maybe the double play in the third and in the fourth, maybe that has kept him in the game, meaning allowing him to face Willingham here in the fifth.
Well, he is a ground ball pitcher. At least he's induced the double plays in the last couple of innings, and you're right, the movement on his fastball.
The lefty Yasunori Takahashi throwing. Willingham lays off that pitch, drops low. 5 walks, 3 strikeouts for Jerome Williams.
91 pitches.
Shallow right field. Torrey Hunter on the move, and Torrey Hunter dives. He can't get it, and it rolls past him. Pennington scores. Matsui's digging for third, and this ball game is tied. Another RBI for Willingham.
Torrey Hunter had a long run for a ball that just kept dying quickly, and there's not going to be much of a chance for him to catch the ball. And of course, in hindsight, he knows had he played it short, it would have been a base hit, bases loaded. Look at the ball quickly dying on him, and nice effort, just could not come up with it. And off the tip of the glove, actually did not even hit the glove, and then bounced over his glove softly, and Pennington was able to score easily. Matsui over to third.
So the A's tie it, and they have second, third, and nobody out. So the game all tied at 3. Mike Scioscia talking to Jerome Williams. He has not made the move to the bullpen yet.
He may let him pitch the right-hander, and Sweeney is the lefty in the on deck circle.
So a walk, and a double. So here's Sizemore, who has hit a fly ball to center field and struck out. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Big swing by Sizemore. Swing right over top of it, and it's 0-2. De Los Santos throwing for the Athletics.
with everything moving away from Sizemore, especially if you pick up the spin of it moving away, it's the cutter, and he throws a two-seam fastball down and in. Really, two pitches working very effectively for Williams tonight, if he can throw them for strikes.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner.
And that was his one batter.
So indeed, it'll be lefty on lefty, as Takahashi's going to come in to face Sweeney. So Jerome Williams leaves with the game tied at 3.
On Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
So Jerome Williams goes 4 1/3. Throws a whole bunch of pitches. About 97. 5 walks. 2 of those walks have scored. Another one's standing at third base right now. So not a good performance from Jerome Williams. It's Hasunori Takahashi who takes over.
Yeah, not a real hard thrower. He does throw the cutter also, plus good fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. But again, we'll top out just above 90. A specialist left-hander. Right now he's facing a lefty, then Suzuki, and then another lefty. So maybe this batter is critical for him. If he can get out Sweeney, he might intentionally walk Suzuki to get to Allen. Bob Melvin has alternated the lefties and righties. Ryan Sweeney had a chance his last at bat with runners on the bases, actually bases loaded, grounding into a double play.
Now the infield comes, say halfway, Ray, probably. Yeah. Not all the way in. First pitch to Sweeney is a slider down and away.
Speed of the runner at third base dictates the infielders. If it was a fast runner, Jamal Weeks, they'd probably be uneven with the bag, actually, maybe even just beyond the grass. But up the middle, there's no force at second, so any ground ball, if Matsu's running on contact, they probably feel they can charge it quickly enough to get the ball to Conger.
Sweeney takes a fastball on the outside corner, first strike. 1-1. Takahashi signed a 2-year contract. Come to the Angels. The Angels signed Takahashi and Scott Downs, a couple of left-handed relievers. Cardinals. Pitch outside, 2-1. Sweeney lost one to left. It's shallow. Coming in as Wells. Tagging is Matsui. In fact, he's not even tagging. He was 3 or 4 steps down the line, and he was not going to try to go. So Sweeney cannot get it done. And that'll bring up Kurt Suzuki.
Now batting.
Bob Melvin does not want to look at the last 3 innings, starting with the 3rd, 4th, and now the 5th. 5 times he's had a runner at 3rd in less than 2 outs. 4 times they've left him. Now they are going to put Suzuki on and go after the left-hander, Brandon Allen.
Well, unfortunately, that 57% on the American League average of getting runners at home from 3rd with less than 2 outs, we thought it sounded kind of low.
Who told us that?
But now that we're paying more attention to it.
Maybe it's high. Where did that come from? Where did we get that 57% number? BI tell us that?
Josh Hood.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
So that's the AL average.
And if you could just show the look of the manager every time they're unsuccessful, then that's a look you probably see a lot more than you want to see.
31, Brandon Allen.
So Brandon Allen will hit. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a meeting at the mound. Brandon Allen and that long hitless streak, but he doubled in the 4th inning. Hit a ball hard into the right field corner. So there's the matchup, lefty on lefty, Takahashi and Allen, with the A's chance to take the lead here in the 5th. They have scored 1 on the Willingham double. Pitch, fastball right there, first strike. Matsui's at 3rd, Willingham at 2nd, Suzuki now at 1st after the intentional walk. A 1 pitch. Bounced right side. Kendrick goes a long ways to his right, then flips, and they just get Allen at 1st. A's get a run, and we are tied at 3 after 5.
Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Sixth inning from the O.co Coliseum. It's a 3-3 game, and when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change, Tune-Up, and Smog experts. Faustino De Los Santos comes in for the 30th time this year. He'll face Hunter, Callaspo, and Wells. 4, 5, and 6 in this Angels lineup. So De Los Santos takes over. Blevins pitches a third of an inning. He gets Bobby Abreu with a runner in scoring position. Take a quick run through the action in the American League. The Detroit Tigers 5 and the White Sox nothing. Justin Verlander 7 shutout innings, and he is now 23-5. Sensational season for Verlander, and for that victory by Detroit. And the Indians and the White Sox tied for second place. They both lost, so Detroit now has a magic number of 4 to clinch the AL Central.
And Verlander pitches Sunday, right?
Sunday. So that's the deal in the AL Central. Detroit is just playing terrific. That is their 11th consecutive win. And on the 1-2 pitch, Torrey Hunter swings at a high fastball. Can't catch up to it. 1 out.
Well, teams that get hot this time of the year, that are either in first place and running away with it or trying to get there, it's a great time to do it.
Now batting, number 6.
Up the ladder after painting the outside corner with a couple of fastballs, Torrey Hunter could not catch up to DLS's high cheese.
So 1 out here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Callaspo. Well, Verlander, with his performance tonight, now has 238 strikeouts in 236 innings this year. And his ERA is 2.36. He's going to get some votes for MVP, Ray, I think, don't you?
And maybe for Cy Young Award.
Well, yeah, I think he's going to get a lot of votes for that. So that's a good night for the Tigers, with both the Indians and obviously the White Sox, the team Detroit beat, losing. So again, the magic number 4 for Detroit. And they will be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Tigers are 23, making now 24 over 500. And Verlander is 18 over 500, right?
Well,
yeah. You say 23 and 5. So otherwise, it'd be 6 over and still be leading the division, because Indians are now under 500 as well as the White Sox. So a good year for Jim Leyland and the Tigers, and the A's. I've already seen the Tigers in Oakland 4 times. They went back to Detroit just for a 2-game series, and the Tigers will be in town Thursday for 4. Little team of the 3 in this final homestand.
Callaspo lofts one to left. Matsui goes back. He makes the catch.
Well, hitting the road, take the Oakland A's with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Oakland A's game live or on demand on your computer or phone. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
So Vernon Wells steps in. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Wells goes around, and it's 0-1.
See that backdrop signage? Moving like it was. Not supposed to be doing that during the pitch.
I've heard that.
Yeah. It's supposed to get settled in. Now it is, but somebody pushed the button a little. Oh, come on now. Stop it. There you go. Has to be done beforehand.
Another breaking ball. This one's low. 1-1 the count. Texas won 10-4 over Cleveland. Harrison the winner. 4 home runs for Texas, 2 by Murphy, 1 by Hamilton, 1 by Beltre. So Texas right now with a 3.5 game lead over these Angels. Long run for everybody, and it's going to be Allen over the shoulder, straddling the foul line, makes the catch, and that's a good inning for De Los Santos. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Freeze cam. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frostbrewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer. 3-3 game, bottom of the 6th inning from the Coliseum. Takahashi stays in the game. He'll face Taylor, Weeks, and Pennington. So Michael Taylor with a walk, a single, and a run score tonight. So doing his part out of the 9th spot in the order. We've been talking a lot about that AL wildcard where the Rays have got themselves back in it, but they took a step backward tonight. Baltimore beat Tampa Bay 4-2 at Camden Yards. Matt Wieters hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th inning to break a 2-2 tie.
Well, say what you want. I mean, a great run by the Tampa Bay Rays, but to sustain that kind of momentum and winning against the good teams, but in the case of the Orioles, not having a particularly great season, but a chance to be spoilers, and Buck Showalter's got them playing hard.
Taylor's retired. So with that said, the Boston Red Sox won their game 18-6 over Toronto. So the Red Sox pick up a game. So they lead the Rays by 4 now in the wild card. So Boston, they needed to go in that direction in the game's back column because it's been coming toward them. So they get a game back. So they have a 4-game lead. That win by Boston, Tim Wakefield finally got number 200. Great. Yeah, so he had waited a long time.
Well, 18-run support, that's pretty good.
Yep. It was his 8th try, and he finally got it. So congratulations to Tim Wakefield, one of the good guys.
He may get 300 because he could pitch to probably 60 to 65. He keeps himself in good shape and no real stress on his arm, throwing the knuckler with his fingertips.
18 runs and 18 hits for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss. Collado. In the National League, in that East, the Phillies lost again. They just got to win a game and they clinch a playoff spot, but they couldn't do it. They lost again in Houston. And the Braves won, the second place Braves. So the Phillies' magic number in the division stays at 5. To win the division stays at 5.
The Braves who are leading the wild card, right? So
they got to win tonight. Yeah, they needed it.
You can't expect them to stay down too long. They got a good team.
Good team. Yeah.
Pitching staff is excellent. Of course, Tim Hudson on that staff. We know what he can do.
Atlanta won, and the second place Cardinals, second place in the wild card, they also won. So the Braves lead in the wild card remains 4.5 over St. Louis. 1-2 to Weeks. Grounds this one to short. Ibar charges and throws out Jamal Weeks.
Don't miss Fan Appreciation Weekend. In addition to great promos like the Star Wars postgame fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints on Friday and Moneyball Day with the A's Sunday, fans will also have a chance to win prizes all weekend long, including a chance to throw out a ceremonial first pitch at an A's game in 2012, via the guest PA announcer game, used memorabilia, and much more. For more information and tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com. Game used memorabilia. Talk to Steve Vucinich about that. He's fine. Got all that stuff down there.
Lots of goodies.
It's the weekend, right? It's the final weekend.
Oh, 0-1 to Cliff Pennington, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk, scored a run. The Brewers got a walk-off home run from Ryan Braun in extra innings. They beat the Rockies. So the Brewers' magic number is 8 to clinch the Central.
Well, it looks like they're going to win the Central. They've got a very good lead.
Yep.
But I think what Melvin, the general manager, did in the offseason, acquiring Sean Markham and Zach Greinke, a couple of starters, and new manager and Ron Renicky, who is Mike Scioscia's bench coach last year, previous seasons. So a new manager, Jamal's brother Ricky Weeks back active again. Prince Fielder, Ryan Braun, Yehi.
They had a good team.
They sure do. Playing in a park where they never have a rainout, right?
No, they have brought baseball back because they have terrific attendance in Milwaukee. Swing and a miss, so it's 3-2.
What Delaire reminds that I just didn't really forget, just had not said, Mark Hodson, former.
Yes, that's right.
With the Athletics and with the White Sox and contemplating retiring, but here he is now with a team that's going to win the division and get to go to postseason again.
Brewers averaging 37,500 per game. Strike 3 call, the fastball on the outside corner. So Takahashi has a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 6th. Kerry from Vallejo asked, the A's have a lot of free agents to sign. What do you think they will do in the offseason? Well, they do have a lot of free agents. Matsui, Coco Crisp, David DeJesus.
Bob Melvin.
Bob Melvin's a free agent. That's exactly right. Who else? Rich Harden's a free agent.
Did you say Coco?
Coco, Willingham.
DeJesus, Matsui.
Connor Jackson was traded. He was going to be a free agent. Mark Ellis was going to be a free agent. Those two guys have been traded. So basically, the starting outfield, at least for a decent part of the year. There's a liner. Weeks. Leaps can't get it. Ibar has another hit.
Well, ready the offseason, and I think it's a matter of whether the A's attempt to sign any of the free agents prior to the end of the season. Of course, they're negotiating rights with free agents, I think, up until a few days after the All-Star, the World Series, final game of the World Series. But otherwise, the front office, David Forst, Billy Beane, staff gets together, decide what the direction they want to take for next season. There's some young players at AAA coming up. Some of them already here. Ralph Fuentes signed a 2-year deal. He had Grant Balfour.
De Los Santos throws in time to get Borges, who credit for sacrifice. A's have an option, club option on Michael Wirtz. They'll have a decision to make there.
Well, this past offseason, General Manager Billy Beane decided he thought the club with a pitching staff, which is intact prior to the surgeries, but he had a very good chance to win, so he wanted to improve the offense, and that's when he signed Matsui, acquired Willingham and DeJesus to add the offense. He felt the club had a good chance to win coming out of spring training, and I think everybody thought the same thing. It just didn't work out. So we'll see the direction they take for the 2012 season.
Well, certainly there's guys who will get offers from other teams. Willingham's having a real good year. I'd like to bring him back. So we'll see what happens. But you're right. There are, a handful of free agents that the A's will have to make decisions on. Coco Crisp, good player. Teams will want Coco Crisp. Shallow center, Sweeney coming in, and it's going to fall. Ibar had to make sure it indeed did fall, so he stops at third. First and third, one out, and it's to the top of the order. And Maiciras Turres, we're going to get a pinch runner for Conger. It's going to be Mike Trout.
The thing about Ibar running to third base, as far as he had gone, he might as well continue, because he looked back 3/4 of the way to third base, trying to see if the ball was going to land or not. Well, if Ryan Sweeney catches this ball, watch Ibar. Look how far he goes. And Sweeney comes in. If he catches it, Ibar is going to be out, doubled off second base. Look there. Just keep running, because he's caught no matter what, and ends up not scoring. So the A's get a ground ball, get out of the inning. But definitely speed at the corners right now with Trout pinch running at first.
And here's the leadoff man is Turres, who's had a very good night. He's 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a run scored. 3 for 7 in the series. That AL average, getting a runner home from third, Ray, has dropped a percentage. It's now at 56.
Is that because the A's tonight?
They're not helping.
That's right.
So we first saw the number, what, maybe a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, and it was 57%. 1-0 pitch toward the A's bullpen, and it drops foul.
A double barrel. Brian Fuentes last night, tremendous job coming in. Now Craig Breslow joins him, so 2 quality lefties in the A's bullpen getting ready to come in the game. One of them, Jerry Blevins, already been in, got a big out. That was in the 5th inning, lead the go-ahead runner second base.
So 1-1 the count. Key moment in this game here at the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Hard breaking ball down and in, and Izturis chased it.
Surprised that Mike Trout has not attempted to run from first base. Of course, it requires a sign from his manager. It's a hard slider, and there's no chance, even though the ball was out of the strike zone. Izturis runs well. It's unlikely they'd hit into a double play unless he hits the ball hard, but Trout has tremendous speed. He can stay out of any double play possibility. There he goes.
He is running, and he's going to make it.
Well, and the thing is, Suzuki was not going to throw anyway, so he probably could have run earlier. And maybe he had the green light, maybe not, but this time he does run, and boy, his lightning speed, and they were not covering up the middle.
2-2 pitch. Well, this time Izturis does not chase that slider. He almost did, but checks the swing. So it's a full count with Kendrick in the on-deck circle. Bounced. Pennington has it. He's coming home. The throw is wide, and everybody's safe. Aybar got a great jump from third. It would have been a very close play, even with a good throw, and the Angels have taken the lead.
Well, in defense of Cliff Pennington, the jump by Aybar from third base caused him to have to throw the ball hard. He had a short hop, and then, I mean, even with the throws on the plate, Pennington catching the ball and then throwing hard. But see where Aybar was? Probably going to be safe anyway if the ball is on the plate. That's just the speed and the great jump that Aybar got off the bag at third base. And Pennington knew he had to hurry, knew he had to throw it hard. And that's what you want in a base runner, and Aybar executed it perfectly.
Fielder's choice, RBI, is the call.
Because the runner, it was going on contact. That's just the speed. It's the track team the Angels have, and they utilize it better than anybody.
Still only one out, and this one bounced toward third. Again, the play at the plate, and this time the A's are going to get Trout. Sizemore to Suzuki for the second out. So another fielder's choice.
And Bob Melvin's going to one of his lefties. But, you know, the play like that again was good on Trout, because that could have been a double play in the inning. He kind of drew the throw to the plate, keeps the inning alive. Sizemore, even with the bag, he might have had a chance to go around the horn to get a double play to get out of the game.
So Breslow's coming in to face Abreu. Angels have taken the lead. Brought to you by Cash Creek's Money Tree. Win $500 cash every hour from noon until 11 p.m. Visit cashcreek.com for details. So a run in for the Angels here in the top of the 7th. 2 on, 2 out. Breslow comes in to face Bobby Abreu. The A's brought Blevins in, the lefty, in the 5th inning to face Abreu, and Blevins got him out on a ground ball. Chura's at second, Kendrick at first. First pitch drops low to Abreu, who is 0 for 3, 2 fly ball outs and that ground out. '61st game for Craig Breslow. That one's drilled to center. Sweeney going back, and he's there. He's got it. Side retired. A run on a couple of hits. Angels have taken the lead. 7th inning stretch. And Hideki Matsui is going to lead it off. The Angels with a single run in the top of the 7th to take the 4-3 lead. And they have gone to the bullpen when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and Spog experts. Bobby Kazama. Decent numbers, 2.73 ERA. And he will take over here in the bottom of the 7th. New catcher as well. That is Jeff Mathis. So Mathis, the new catcher. Kazama is the new pitcher. Matsui has been on base all 3 times tonight. A single and 2 walks. Matsui fan. There's a few of those out there. There's a lot of those out there, actually.
Bart tuned on Wednesday to get on Bart with that Matsui. That's silly. Come out the Bart. Where are you going?
Hey, look at that guy. Matsui will be followed by Willingham and Sizemore. Takahashi an inning and 2/3. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So the lefty did his job coming out of the Angels bullpen. Matsui with the 2 walks, but unfortunately he has not scored either. Andrew Bailey looks like he's okay after being hit by the ball on the side of the face, side of the head in batting practice yesterday. And there's the leadoff walk. That is 7 walks issued by Angels pitchers tonight.
And unfortunately, only 2 have scored. Kurt Suzuki, just an easy fly ball in batting practice, and then all attention went to left field, and Suzuki said, "Oh no!" And Perez, the trainer, out and walking in with Andrew Bailey, and sorry, man, I didn't mean. Should be wearing a helmet. Made to see that. That's why some teams require their hitters to wear helmets during batting practice, at least when they're hitting. As the ball can come off the batting cage and hit somebody in the head. But he says he's ready to go and like to get the opportunity tonight to come in and save a game.
Single walk double for Willingham. This one bounced on the ground to third, and that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. So a little more frustration for the A's tonight offensively.
That's the 3rd double play. 3rd, 4th, and now the 7th. 3rd and the 4th, no doubt, the biggest ones that ended the innings.
The A's have stranded 8 through the first 6 innings, so I hope, Ray, that come A's post-game live time, we're not talking about the frustration of this game offensively, because there has been plenty of it so far. But it is just a 1-run game, 4-3 Angels. Sizemore is 0 for 3 in the game. Fly ball to center field and a couple of strikeouts. And he has struck out in a couple of key spots. Both times there was a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Pitch is on the inside corner first.
That's why this game's so homely. You can have some great games and everything's going great, and just that quickly it can turn on you. And that's really the beauty of the 162 game schedule. The ups and downs that go with individuals as well as the team. Dave Henderson always said it the best. Never get too high, never get too low. When the season's over, you're going to be exactly where you're supposed to be. As an individual, as a team. And the main thing, when you get down, you don't get yourself down to the point you can't get back up.
Well, I guess an 0 for 8 can turn into an 0 for 20 pretty quick if you don't know how to handle it.
Exactly.
3-2 to Sizemore. And that's a strike 3 call right there, inside corner. So the A's do not score. We are headed to the 8th. 4-3 Angels. by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Top of the 8th inning with the Angels leading 4-3. Breslow got the big out in the 7th. And he faces Torrey Hunter here in the 8th. Torrey Hunter was 2 for 3 last night. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Strike call, then it's a quick 0-2. Cayaspo will be next, and then Vernon Wells. Looks like Scott Downs is starting to throw. Michael Taylor toward the line, and he's got it for out number 1.
I always like to see that 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Craig Breslow after an 89-mile-an-hour fastball to start the at-bat. So he bumped it up 3 miles with a couple of strikes. And Torrey Hunter, all he could do is hit the ball to the right side, and he's a power hitter. That's good pitching by Breslow to keep the ball away from him. Tried to pull it, could not. I like these pitchers that can vary the velocity of one pitch, the fastball. You can take a fastball, you go from 85 to 95. And all you're doing is backing off the same pitch.
You look like a little person back there.
Not a true changeup, kind of BP fastball. Then you throw a changeup, but all those great things you can do with just the one pitch.
2-0 now to Cayaspo, the switch hitter. His first at bat from the right side tonight.
Halo.
Yeah, old Angels cap. 3-0. They've had a few different hats in their time, the Angels.
One thing we'll see a week from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be a lot of red in Angel Stadium. 9th consecutive season, over 3 million in attendance. Marty Marino, the owner, since he's been there, they've drawn in excess of 3 million.
And there's the walk. And the question will be, where will they be in the standings?
Yeah.
Closer? Further away? Probably can't afford to be further away than they are right now. With Texas winning tonight, they're 3.5 back.
It's a number that's retired. A gentleman wearing the number of Nolan Ryan. He's got his number retired 3 different places. Texas Rangers, Houston, and the Angels.
Oh, that.
If you don't retire his number, he knock you down. Give you a bow tie.
That's right. Wells is 0 for 3. Drops low. Cayaspo does have 7 steals. He's 7 for 8. I don't know if he's got any intention of running here. Wells, the hitter. The Yankees are leading the Mariners 3-2. And Rivera is in the game, so that would be a
600.
That would be number 600 if he were to get it. The Yankees know the Red Sox won. New York trying to their third straight.
Well, they had lost 4 in a row before they had a big comeback against these Angels on Sunday in Anaheim, and of course won last night. They go to Toronto from Seattle, so their extended road trip before they head back to New York.
That one's hit to left in the ballpark. Matsui waits. He's got it, and that's out number 2. So Vernon Wells is 0 for 4. And Eric Aybar will hit.
Now batting.
Aybar has been
Eric Aybar.
tough on the ace. Had a home run last night. And tonight, double, walk, single. He has scored twice. First pitch is outside. Aybar, switch hitter.
A switch hitter and a clutch hitter. He's driven in some big runs for the Angels. Helped him win games, game-winning runs. Michael Wirtz starting to get loose.
This year, Aybar has been a much better hitter left-handed. He's a .303 hitter from the left side, just .206 from the right side. Slowly hit toward Pennington, who charges. He'll go the short way, side retired. Bottom of the 8th inning, going to be Sweeney, Suzuki, and Allen. 4-3 Angels.
No way!
Game summary, it's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 4-7-1 for the Angels, 3-7-1 for the Athletics. Their pitcher made it through 5 innings. Howie Kendrick with a 2-run homer, and the A's have really struggled getting runners home from third with less than 2 outs. It's been an issue. 0 for 5. League average is 56%.
A's was 0-0-0.
When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog expert. Scott Downs, the left-hander, comes in. He'll face Sweeney, Suzuki, and Allen. Downs, very good numbers, 6-2, 1.34 ERA in 53 games. He signed the big 3-year, $15 million contract to leave Toronto and come to the Angels. So a big free agent signing in the offseason.
Mariano Rivera did it.
Yes, he did.
And a caught stealing by Russell Martin of Ichiro in the 9th inning to end the game.
End the game.
And number 600 for Mr. Automatic, Mariano Rivera. He joins Trevor Hoffman. The only two, and Hoffman's record maybe will last one more day or 2 more days, but not much longer as Mariano Rivera right on the heels of Brett.
It's pinch hitter Jay Miller, who does not wait around, and he's got himself a base hit. So Miller hitting for Sweeney, and he's the tying run, and he's aboard. So number 600 just finished about 30 seconds ago.
And 3 through 10 are all retired. And the number of saves, of course, Dennis Eckersley with a 390. He has over 100 wins as a starting pitcher. I think he's the only one ever to do that, unless... I'm trying to think if anybody else might have. John Smoltz didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know
I think he was only a closer for 1 year, I think.
Yeah, but he didn't have the saves that Eckersley had.
On the ground, there's 1 and there's 2. Kurt Suzuki hits into the 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs.
That is 4 double plays.
So 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th.
31, Brandon Allen.
Andrew Bailey starts to throw, and Brandon Allen will step in to hit, 2 outs. First pitch to Allen, breaking ball, and it's in for a strike. Is that sweeping slider from Downs? Probably doesn't do you a whole lot of good to swing at it. Tough pitch to hit.
Well, that's why the curveball is such a good pitch. First pitch, you can throw for a strike because most hitters will not swing. And if they do, they're not going to do much with it.
It's the steal a strike theory, right? If you're a pitcher.
And they're talking about one Bob Welsh as the last guy to win more than 25.
Yep.
That was in 92. Dennis Eckersley saved up most all of them, but he threw a very good first pitch curveball, and I don't ever remember anybody swinging at it, but he'd throw it for a strike.
Sure. Spin the hat around.
Is that like the foam finger, number 1?
Something like that. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So a leadoff single, but nothing else, and we're on to the ninth. 4-3 Angels.
the A's, purchase a field level ticket with a special code and get a pass to see the upcoming feature film. Also, 10,000 fans will receive a Moneyball t-shirt presented by Pepsi Max. Jonah Hill is scheduled to throw out the first pitch. For more information and tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com/Moneyball.
Early rally cap, top of the 9th inning with the Angels leading 4-3.
Neither club tonight actually has done a great job of getting runners in scoring position. The Angels have done it one more time than the Athletics.
Time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and spa expert. So Michael Wirtz comes in.
Jay Miller stays in the game in center field after a pinch hit single.
So Sweeney, his night is done. Borges is 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 7th inning, and it helped the Angels get the go-ahead run in. There's the closer, Jordan Walden. Three and one.
Well, the Angels trying to score an insurance run. The A's trying to keep them from doing it to take a one-run deficit into the bottom of the 9th inning. And playing home, get a runner on base, have a chance to sacrifice, try to score him. Okay,
no chance. Terrific bunt by Borges, and quite frankly, he only needs to have an average bunt to beat it out, and that was a good one.
Well, he's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. So what does he do? He lays down a perfect bunt on a 3-1 pitch and flies down the line. No throw.
Now batting,
The technique
number 5
is there.
Mathis.
And reading a story about when he was playing minor league baseball, Tom Kochman, named the Angels organization, father of Casey Kochman, was playing for him. Peter Borges was. He walked in his office and said, you know, I have no clue how to bunt.
Huh.
So Tom Kochman took him out in the heat. Look at, oh my.
Well, nobody was covering second base, so it's an easy steal.
Didn't matter.
No, he was going to beat it no matter what. This is Mathis, who is now in that 9th spot.
Look at this jump. Look at the speed. That's embarrassing. Run that fast. Wow. And he actually didn't know how to bunt. Kochman took him out and just worked with him for a couple of hours and kept working with him. And now you add his 11 home runs, his ability to bunt, speed.
Well, now, I mean, if he can become an even better base stealer, I mean, now you got a guy, a single is a double, right?
Some guys have speed that they can get the little league lead, which is a foot on the bag, and just like a sprinter, take it off.
If the bunt heads up, he may keep running. You never know. So go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai tonight at 10:30. It's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Highlights from this game: Hugh Jackson building a bully. And your luck on Stanford's visit to the desert in Arizona is where Stanford will fly. So Mathis with the sacrifice, it gets Borges to third. So the infield will come in. Top of the order is Torres. Torres dribbles it foul.
Well, the A's infield, look how shallow they are playing. And of course, with Matsui at third, we saw a couple innings ago with the Angels playing about halfway. But these guys know that Borges, with his speed, is going to be going on contact. So any ground ball hit, they know he's going to be flying down the line, and so he's going to go to the plate.
Slider stays high, 1-1. 2 for 4 with an RBI for Myciris Turris. He's also scored a run. He's got a double. And that slider is a strike. 1-2.
And Michael needs to throw one of the real good ones that starts like a strike and then ends up out of the zone, and just depend on catcher Kurt Suzuki to block it, which he has been doing a very good job.
Borges thought about it, decides to stay there.
Did they get a check swing?
And they did. He's out. So when it's all said and done, it's a strikeout. And a big one.
Yeah, and that's the hard slider that Kurt Suzuki did block. Kicked it down the third baseline, and I guess his Turris did not want to admit that he had swung, but he did. And actually the home plate umpire is calling it, yet he's not running.
Number 47.
And he stayed at home plate. Probably couldn't believe it. You see the home plate umpire Gary Cederstrom pointing that he did swing. And watch Cederstrom on this check swing. Cederstrom pointing, you swung, and now Suzuki has to throw to first or tag the runner. Michael Wirtz covering the plate just in case. Great job by Kurt Suzuki to make sure he did block the ball.
And a nice block right there. So 1-0 to Kendrick. Kendrick has a big hit in this game. 2-run homer in the third inning.
Time now for the Fremont make play of the game, and there's your home run you just talked about. It gave the Angels a 3-0 lead. Moscoso, the home run straightaway center on a fastball, and Howie Kendrick gave the Angels a 3-0 lead. The A's came back to score 2 in the bottom half. They finally scored a run to tie it, but the Angels took the lead in the 7th inning.
Slider high, 2-1. It's the only hit for Kendrick in tonight's game. 1 for 4. 2 for 8 in the series. And that one's drilled to left. And that's trouble, and that's not coming back. And that's a home run off the top of the out-of-town scoreboard. Fieldon Culbreth, the third base umpire, went out there, put the hand above his head, spun the hand, and that means home run. And that one hurts. So Kendrick, his second 2-run homer in the game.
Hanging slider. Hanging slider, and Sub hit the fastball to center field, and he adjusted on the hanger and crushed it to left. Ball just unfortunately stayed up, and when that happens, kind of backed up a little bit into the wheelhouse of the power hitter, and either way it was going to be a run. Well, it happened to be 2 runs because it did hit over the line.
So a 2-homer game for Kendrick. He's now got 18 home runs on the year. Insurance runs for the Angels. And now 2-0. Bobby Abreu's 0 for 4 in the game. In fact, the Angels' 3-4 hitters, Abreu and Hunter, are a combined 0 for 8. But they lead 6-3. A 4-pitch walk to Bobby Abreu. Torrey Hunter will get to hit. Third walk issued by A's pitchers. So Ron Romanek will check in on Wirtz. So a single, sacrifice, strikeout, and then a homer, and now a walk. Wagner starts to throw.
Now batting, number 48, Torrey Hunter.
So Hunter steps in, looking for his first hit. And a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. So everything else is now final in the American League. In the National League, Arizona and the Dodgers tied 4-4 in the ninth. Giants and Padres tied 2-2 in the 10th. That Arizona-LA game is now headed to extra innings. Corey Hunter swings at that. It's 0-2. Arizona with a magic number of 7. So they're very close in the National League West. Ian Kennedy started that game for Arizona, and he was looking for his 20th win. He's not going to get it this time. He'll have a couple more starts to try to get it. Runner goes, pitch out. Suzuki's throw is high, and Abreu has a steal.
Got such a great jump, even with a pitch out, not much of a chance to throw him out. Abreu, a very good base stealer, and he shows it again. The time Suzuki got the ball, he was 3/4 of the way to second base. A bit too much time by Michael Wirtz to get rid of the ball.
Blocked by Suzuki. So that's 2 steals in this inning, 3 steals by the Angels in the game.
Kurt will not have to work on blocking balls in the dirt tomorrow before the game. He's getting work in tonight during the game.
Yes, he is.
Those are the kind of games you go inside and say, you know, that scheduled meeting we had tomorrow down in the bullpen to work on blocking balls?
He gone.
He gone is right.
He ain't going. Sliders outside, so it's a full count. 25 pitches for Wirtz here in the 9th inning. And there's the walk. So back-to-back walks after the Kendrick home run, and Bob Melvin's coming out. So the struggles continue for Michael Wirtz. So we got a pitching change. Wagner coming in here in the top of the 9th. of the night. Join us tomorrow. The A's take on the Angels in the final of the 3-game series. Rich Hart, Jared Weaver. Going to come your way at 12:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. So, doesn't get any easier. Jared Weaver tomorrow looking for his 17th win of the year. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Neil Wagner comes in for his 5th appearance. Faces Callaspo, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Two and 0. So an ugly top of the 9th inning. The A's were hoping to get back in the dugout, trailing by 1. It's been an ugly long inning with 2 runs scored. Wagner with a fastball right there to Callaspo.
I think that Bob Melvin does, and granted the 2 extra runs scored in this inning, insurance runs, but he was just not going to leave Michael Wirtz out, who was not having a tough time throwing strikes. So he brings Wagner in to try to shut down the Angels and try to keep it at the 3-run deficit. Try to make the comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning. The saying goes, if the manager doesn't give up, how can the players? Keep playing hard right down to the end.
And strike call on the outside corner, 3-2.
Well, Callaspo started at first base, but Cedarstone liked the call to the outside. Good fastball.
Runners go on 3-2, and the ball's rolled foul. So we'll do it again. 3-2 with 2 outs. Abreu at second and Hunter at first. They will take off. It's outside, and it's the 3rd consecutive walk here in the 9th inning. So now the bases are loaded for Vernon Wells.
Number 10,
Wells probably
Vernon Wells.
was not planning on getting at bat here in the 9th inning, but he will, and it comes with the bases loaded. And Wells is 0 for 4. First pitch is outside. So 3 consecutive walks have loaded the bases here in the top of the 9th. Taken all the way, and that one's in first strike. Wells homered last night. This is his 21st home run of the year. 8th time in his career that he has hit 20 or more home runs in a season.
Grant Balfour threw the pitch 0-2 up and away, but what he's trying to do is throw it inside. He got a chance to extend his arms as Wells and crushed it.
It's after the high heater from Wagner, 94 miles an hour. 2-2 the count.
It's a good location. If you have a good fastball up in the zone, very tough for a hitter. Even the power of Wells to catch up to a good fastball.
Pop up in front of the Angels dugout. Brandon Allen's there, side retired. Kendrick with a 2-run homer, and a little cushion for the Angels at Jordan Walden. It's 6-3. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Angels with a 6-3 lead, trying to even up this series. They had a game apiece. One more shot for the Athletics here in the bottom of the ninth. Be the closer when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change. Tune up with Spog experts. The rookie Jordan Walden comes in. 29 saves. He has blown 9 saves. Efren Navarro comes in at first base. Walden's first pitch. He's got a good fastball, 97 miles an hour.
He's getting loosened up. That's 3 miles slower than what he normally throws.
He's got a little more in the tank. Taylor had a good swing on that one, and it's 0-2. Michael Taylor with a walk, a single, and a ground out. He scored a run. At 95, but a bit outside. Taylor will be followed by Weeks and Pennington. Good slider, and Taylor swings and misses. So you see 3 fastballs, 95, 97, and then he throws a good hard slider.
Well, he starts it just off the plate, gets you thinking it's going to be a strike, and then has the great movement away from the right-hander. Not only that, the delivery is a little deceptive in his lower extremities and the way the ball or his body moves a little bit. And if you're watching that part, you can't pick up the baseball. Right there, it's
a little funky, huh?
Yes, definitely just enough. And of course, he's a closer with me, which means that it's not unusual. Closers of the past have been a little bit unorthodox, but as long as they get the job done in the role that usually you come in as a closer, as Mariano Rivera knows, 600 times he's picked up a save. There's nobody behind you. You are usually the final guy to try to get the save and a win for the club.
Spot there with the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So 1-2 the count to Weeks, who is 1 for 4. Ibar to his left has it, and that's out number 2. So Pennington steps in. It's the final hope for the Athletics. Remember again, day baseball tomorrow, 12:30. Come your way here in Comcast Sportsnet California. Weaver and Harden. Potentially a pretty good pitching matchup. Pennington has been on base twice, a single and a walk. He's also struck out a couple of times. Jordan Walden was an all-star this year in his rookie season. Pours that one in there at 2-0. Last year, the Angels called him up toward the end of August. Liked what they saw. They knew they had something special. One hopper, Torres, and that's the ball game. So Walden has a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 9th inning, and the Angels even up the series at a game apiece, and they remain 3 behind the first-place Rangers in the AL West. Final score tonight from the O.co Coliseum: the Angels 6 and the Athletics 3. Weaver and Harden tomorrow at 12:30. But keep it right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. A's postgame live with Brody Brazil and Fernando Vina starts right now.
Oh, yes, he green. Good game, fellas. Good game. Good job. Good job.